This video is brought to you by BlueCert. BlueCert is a trusted provider for AI-related certifications designed to validate expertise in machine learning, data science, NLP, AI security, and more. You can go to bluecert.org to take a look at all of their offerings. You can explore the certifications. Here we have certifications on machine learning, AI healthcare, AI in finance, natural language processing, and many more. If I go to machine learning, you can see the different potential roles that are available for machine learning as developers and even different paths that are available. And this provides you with AI-focused specialization, flexible online exams, and also employer recognition. You can also check out some of the sample multiple choice questions on that category. If you're looking for certification for machine learning or AI related fields, check out bluecert.org. Now let's go ahead and take a look at how we can add and remove items from an array. Adding and removing items. Now let's say that we create an array with the name of our friends. There we go. Let's remove a couple of these people so that we kind of fit in one line. There we go. Now currently you can see that I have 6 people in my friends array. But maybe later on I can make some new friends. Or if I want to insert an element into my friends array. How can I do that? I can say friends dot append. And when we say friends dot append, this is where we're saying that we are trying to add a new item to the existing array. And I can add a new friend, Kramer. Now, whichever element that you're going to be adding to your friends array, that element or that item is going to be the last item in the array. So in case of friends array, if we look over here, we have Alex over here, we have some other person, some other person, some other person, and then probably at the end we have Tim. So if I add another item, Kramer is going to go right there at the very end. Let's go ahead and print it out. Print out friends arrays. If I print out friends arrays after adding Kramer, you will see that Kramer will be the last item of the array. Let's see if it runs. Okay, so first of all, we're getting index out of loop, index out of range. So right there, so let's fix that by commenting this out. Now we can run it again. And we get the Kramer at the very end. See that? Great. So this is how we add or append an item to an array. But what if I wanted to insert Kramer as a first item of the array? How can I do that? Now you might be thinking, well, if I wanted to add Kramer as a first item to the array, maybe I can do friends of 0 and then assign Kramer to it. Well, that's not really true. You can't do that to add Kramer to the first item of the array. Because if you go ahead and print out friends now, you will see that Kramer is present and it is actually the first item of the array. So you have achieved that part of the story. But look at Alex. Alex is gone. See that? And the reason is Alex was on the first item of the array, which is indicated by the index 0. But now we have replaced that item on the index 0, which is Alex. We have replaced Alex with Kramer. So instead of appending an item, we have replaced it. And that's not what we wanted to do. We didn't really want it to replace Alex. Alex is actually one of our friends. We just wanted to place Kramer as the first item of the array, so Alex can become the second item and Stephen can become the third item, and so on. So the way that you do that is you say friends.insert. So there is an insert function that you can use. And insert function takes two different arguments. I can pass in over here 0, which means that insert at the index 0. And then I can pass in the item that I want to insert, which in this case will be simply Kramer. Now, if I go ahead and print out my friends array, you will see that Kramer is on the index number 0. And Alex is not really removed, but Alex is on index number 1. All right, so that is how we're able to insert an element at a particular index. What about deleting or removing an item? We can remove an item from an array by calling the name of the array dot remove. And we can pass in the item that we want to remove. So maybe we want to remove Mary. So I can go ahead and say Mary. Or let's go ahead and remove John. So John will be removed. If I go ahead and print out the friends array after removing John, you will notice that John is no longer there. That is one way of removing an element from an array. The other way of removing an element is by using their index. So let's say that we have elements in the array and we're like, well, we want to remove the element on index number 1. Then we can use the delete command. So over here you can see the del keyword, that is the delete command, friends array, and then pass in the index you want to delete. So I'm just going to delete index number 1, which in this case will be Alex. And after deleting it, let's go ahead and print it out. And you can see Alex is gone. So this is how you can add an item to an array using the append keyword. If you want to insert an item at a specific location, you can use insert. If you want to remove the item based on the value of the item, like the name of the item or even a number, you can use the remove function. And if you have an index in your hand and if you just want to remove the item based on the index, you can use the delete command. So these are different ways of appending and removing items from an array.